The squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster. I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago, but this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason, and the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him. And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
Quickly to the tight end. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's stopping. He's got enough to move the chain. We'll have a stoppage here as there is a Beaver down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. The Beavers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to pass. It's Lacy. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
On target over the middle. Touchdown, Beavers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
I mean, what a great way to start this game. Getting the football in the end zone, get it to your big play wide receiver. Nice job by this offense.
Yeah, David, it just seems like this offense came out with a sense of urgency, right? They're playing with great energy, and it seemed like everything they dialed up on that drive worked perfectly. Really nice rhythm, really nice flow, and they cap it off the touchdown pass.
So Kent State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. They're putting the fortunes of this offense into his hands. Looking for room, it's White. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The golden flashes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in at the 25. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Beaver offense ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air. It's Lacy. Quick catch. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. 2nd and long here. Running inside. It's Jackson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the big fella.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd down, going to throw it. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. Plows through the defense. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. And the Beavers are moving quickly down the field. Escapes the pressure going right. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off-play action. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Beavers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quarterback will keep it. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon State.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes Kent State's offense, ready to get this drive underway. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Breaks the tackle. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's good. Wide open downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. And the Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Snap on 1st down. Wants to throw. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's White. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Looking to pick up a 1st down on 3rd and short from the 43. The corners are walked up tight. Rush right in his face. Fires to the tight end. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Leaves it in his belly. Past the 30. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. The Golden Flashes pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. First play of the period, 1st down here. They're going to ride this running back.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for room. It's White. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Hits inside. It's White. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive on 4th down. From the red zone, it's White. And he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? To the air, it's Lacy. Stepping to the right. He'll pull it down and run. He gets it up close to the 25. Out of bounds, they'll mark it at the 24. The Beavers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Pulls it in. Has plenty for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 28.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to throw one first. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Snags it on the right. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Beaver. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Man, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited, get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Golden Flash's offense ready to get this drive started. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Moves the pocket. It's good. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He's got an open man. There he goes. The 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Golden Flashes.
And how about him? Nice job catching the football and then turn it into a playmaker. Turn it into a small, wide receiver. The tight end shows off the ability to run after the catch, make a big play, and get the big touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Oregon State offense to get this drive started. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wants to go up top on second down. Unleashes one. Out wide right, it's Lewis. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Beavers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Glass. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to squeeze out a couple on. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Right back to the well. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely
intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Turning it on. Past the 50. At the 30. He's at the touchdown, Kent State. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Oregon State 21, Kent State 14. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Quick give. It's Glass. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
It's complete to the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Still looking to his right. At the 40, there he goes. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Golden Flashes. A pick 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And he tacked on the extra point. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Straight ahead, it's Addison. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He's going to take off. Got a first down. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Changing the routes with his receivers. Drops back on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Long way to go on 2nd down. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Look out! Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage.
Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Oregon State! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Now, the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. Scanning the field, it's good. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. 2nd and long here. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. They're all over it. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Rush is on. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Golden Flashes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. From the gun, it's Addison. Pass to 6. Good gain there. Picks up the first down, and now maybe this offense attacks before the half. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the number 3 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's Michigan State coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in Corvallis. What can you say about this playmaking receiver that's not abundantly clear? More than 100 yards in the first half. He's totally taken over this game. His team has the lead, and he's improving his draft stock as we speak. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Reser Stadium.
The Beavers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes Kent State's offense ready to get this drive underway. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out and get a stop and change the complexity of this game.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Back to throw, it's good. Under pressure. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man down the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Swapped immediately. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver going in motion. The ride. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Unloads to the wideout. And the missed connection on third down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Running inside, it's Addison. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Then they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Takes a handoff. It's Addison. He's past the sticks. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Beavers will line it up on first and 10. Handoff from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Beavers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. The run inside. It's Jackson. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive?
Snags it, and he's open. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Beavers! And they stay on target with the extra point up 35-21. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Hey, guys, down on the Golden Flashes sideline. Guys, I have got my eyes on the running back. He told me he is pretty banged up from that loss last week. He's got a lower body injury, something he will absolutely have to fight through. The athletic trainers have done the best they can to get him ready to go today, but this is a developing story. I will keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Holly, we'll see how they adjust. Looking downfield, it's good. Makes the catch. It's Moon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
They're to do anything they can to try to slow down this guy who's just been spinning bean all day. A little carried away with that roughing penalty. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Working that left side now. How much does it help your blocking? have a guy who finds the crease. He gets to the 39. The Golden Flashes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat.
Well, look, I know this guy's not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him...
And that's a live ball behind the line. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. Snapped it and he has to have it. Fires left. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Moving the pocket, it's good. Hauls it in. Touchdown, Kent State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Hits inside, it's Jackson. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll ride him again. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Through 3 quarters of play, and both of these quarterbacks have put up some stats. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Dropping back, it's Lacy. Finds his big tight end. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Right back to it. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. The Beavers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking for a gap. It's Jackson. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force them to settle for a field goal? Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out.
Touchdown, Oregon State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Golden Flashes offense ready to get this drive started. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. And the Golden Flashes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got it in the middle, it's Moon. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Sets his feet, it's good. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Golden Flashes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw one first. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on 2nd down. Right side, it's Moon.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You've got to take shots offensively.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Rush right in his face. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the Beavers sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Looks as if he's going to run it. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. Quick give. It's Addison. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Got some room in under the goal line. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And the Beavers have it with a 1st and goal. Clock stop. Reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Line getting set on second down. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Trying to barge in. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again.
And this defense sold out for the run. I love it. Physical, downhill, second and goal. Nice job getting the stop, forcing the throw.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Beavers!
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses